Okay, so what you're going to need today is you're going to need a piece of paper. You are going to need the black marker that I requested on Dojo for you to have. And we're going to do a very simple activity based on what we were learning today about our lines and our patterns. And we're going to create some abstracted pumpkins. Okay, so if you follow along with me, here's an easy way to start your pumpkin. So what I like to do is I go to the center of my paper. I leave room at the top so I can leave the little top part of the gourd, the pumpkin, and so I can draw some. I start in the middle, and I start by creating an oval, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I start on one side like a large C, and I come down and I start that. Okay, and then I'm going to continue on each side. So I'm going to start up here, and then I'm going to make a round crescent shape. One here. What I do to one side, think about symmetry. Line of symmetry is down the middle, and then what we're going to do is whatever we create on one side, we create on the other. So I'm going to repeat on this side. If you've ever looked at pumpkins, they don't look exactly the same. They can be a little bent, lopsided, and that's what gives it its characteristic. So I'm going to do another one right here, and I'm going to go slightly out and thicker. Same thing here, up, and thicker. So that's just one. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this top part. And create a little oval at the top. So it's got a little personality. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to add different patterns to our pumpkin. And you choose what you want. And we're going to alternate. We're going to do black and white, colored pattern, black and white, color pattern, black and white. So for my first one, I'm going to start by doing some diagonal lines. You choose what you want. A lot like a Zentangle pattern. And this other one's going to be done in color. Let me see here. This seems like a pretty fun pattern to make. You choose what you like. Just make something up. Let the lines overlap. So think about the lines that were reviewed before we started this drawing. And you come up with your own, so you want to take your time. And then these ones you're going to do in, let me see something, in different patterns with crayons. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're going to go back in and you're simply going to cover your patterns and take your time. Maybe you want to add some vines. It's totally up to you what you want to do. The main thing is you're going to create your patterns, one in black and white and the other one's in color. So I'm not finished with this. So I have to use my black marker or whatever's available to you. At this point, you should have a black marker available. Should have gotten one by now. If you don't, you can use a black crayon or a black pencil. Just looks a little bit more striking when it's inked in. Okay, so hopefully, I don't like to show you too many things because I don't want you to copy me. I mean, it's okay if you do, but I personally prefer it when you come up with your own patterns and your own designs, and that's what makes it unique. There's nothing wrong with copying someone else's as long as you change it up a little bit. All artists always look for inspiration. So as you can see, it looks a little bit more striking when we ink it in. This is our black and white pattern. It takes a little time, and you may not finish while you're with me online, but it's something that I do want you to finish. Upload it to me when you're finished, and then I'm going to show you an example, and I'll leave that up for the rest of the class period while you are working on this so that you can get some inspiration from some examples that I'll show you. Okay. And what you can do is after you've colored this, you can cut it out, paste it on some black paper if you like. You'd like to keep all of the artwork that you do so that in the spring that we can choose some from my class and I can put it up at the annual Cross Creek Mall show. And so it would be nice, so those of you guys who complete this work, to not only send me a digital copy and to hold on to the artwork that you do have, take the time to finish it so that you can submit it to me and then we can see if it makes the art show at the mall. Okay, I'm almost done with this. So as soon as your teacher comes back on, we're going to stop what we're doing. But like I said, I would be posting this on Canvas and on Dojo, so you can go back and you can complete this. I don't want you to rush, but I do want you to work on this, and I want you to do a good job on this, okay? So let me go ahead and stop, and then we're going to go back and look at some of the examples that you can look at. Okay? Thank you.